everybody, welcome back to another video. But, as you can tell, there's a significant difference between this world and the world we left off on. Yes, it is true. Your dreams have finally been answered. Welcome to the first video on Fort Armageddon. Yes, I know I've been talking about it non-stop. As you can tell, I've been kinda busy. Maybe because I have a freaking netherite sword and crap. Yes. But I have deemed myself not worthy to even bear armor, netherite armor, so that is something I will never wear. I'm only going to wear the maximum of diamond armor up to the neck, so I am just going to put those sad days aside. Welcome, my friends. I have been working non-stop to build this place, and it's still unfinished. I just wanted to bring something to your attention. Whenever I first joined the world, actually, it'd probably be better off if I just showed you. So, just give me a second. So. And there is, yes, in fact, the front gate has a two-way security system. Does not completely work, as you can tell, but it's an added security measure. My turtle farm is dwindling. So yes, anywho, so if you guys have any questions about the past that has not happened yet, that you guys missed, or the history of the place that you guys did not get to see, ask me in the comments below. I'll more than gladly answer any questions. I know I'm kind of like jumping into this like head first with like giving you guys no idea what in the world has happened before, so I know you guys are probably very confused. Like, I didn't even know this world existed. To anyone that is new to the channel, you probably have no idea what even Fort Armageddon is. Anywho, so, as you can tell, this was my beginning house of the world. I left my dog here? I'm horrible. I'm sad now. Anywho, so, as you can tell, this was at the very beginning of the 1.17 version. I was wanting my house not to be struck by lightning, and I figured out, hey, there's lightning rods, so I built that right there. So, anyway, the second I got onto the world, I found out that there was like a psychopath in the area, so I just tended to stay right here in my house, and every night there'd be like 3 dead people. And then I finally got to the bottom of things whenever this house burned down. This is not my dog. This was I'm pretty sure the owner of this place's house. His owner owned this house, so yeah, that's kind of sad. Anywho, and I figured out it was a villager that called himself Tyrone, or something like that, and so I imprisoned him. But I did the math, and I was like, there's no way in heck he could have done this alone. So that brings us to present day. After the murder stopped, and I made Fort Armageddon, there was a house that was here before I even built the walls. I know, that sounds odd. So, crunching the numbers in my head, I figured out that there's got to be someone else doing it. Like, it took me this long to figure out that someone else was helping Tyrone. Anywho. So, and this guy would not admit that he had an accomplice. He wanted all the glory of the deaths, if you could imagine it. Like, glory to death. So, anywho. So, you get to present day. I've built everything I've wanted on the world to make a proper introduction to it. And it turns out that this house had evidence on multiple murders inside of the freaking village, which I named it while I was there, the village is stationary. I don't know why, but it felt fitting. Now, as you can tell, someone in here, this old hermit lady, has been imprisoned into the court's prosecution area. And I'll show you a little clip at the end of the video of what happens whenever I flick that lever, but I don't want to kill her. But you know what? I'll just show you whenever we do the prosecution for this little person, human being, if you could even call her that. Anywho, oh, my dog. So, anywho, I'm gonna make the dog sit. And so, now it's to real present day, like present. Whenever I meant present day earlier, I meant like to like fast forward a few months later. And so now we're at present day, and this is the house that the old hermit lady was living in, which was, well, I should remove that now. So, anywho, as you can tell, one of my friends has already purchased the house and gave me full permission to search the house. And in my search, I found a few things: Anna's journal, a sharp dagger, a bone saw, and Anna's crossbow. Now, it has come to me that the hermit's name, it may be Anna. Now, I do not know, due to the fact that she does not seem compliant in telling me her name. So, due to the fact that that is no longer her property, that has become, and was on Fort Armageddon property, it has been seized by Fort Armageddon, but still technically hers until someone had bought the property. So, that was what was preventing me from even looking in the house. So, now that someone has purchased it, told me I could renovate it, and gave me full permission to search the house for any evidence linking to any murders, and I may take said items, I was finally able to condone a search. So, I have not completely read this journal. I just looked for key items and words that led to anyone's murder or disappearance. And, like, off the bat, like, once you get deep into the journal, like, once you get off the bat, you start reading it and you're like, oh, this is a normal person. 2 pages later, she sounds like she's insane. Then, like, after 14 pages, I'm pretty sure, whenever she finally comes back to the journal, she's like full-blown insane. I have not read the journal completely, but as you can tell, this is probably going to be the whole episode. So, if you just want lore, this is all it's going to be. It's going to be lore, the answering questions that you probably have. Tell me any more questions you have in the comments below. I'll try and respond, but here we go. I've just bought a nice little house behind the mountains. Hopefully I can do what I want in a peace without the calls of Anna Whitram is a witch. She poisons all she meets, coming from the outside of my house. I am just interested in alchemy. Is that a crime? I can't seem to place why in the world there's a basement and a second floor, whatever, my room. More room for alchemy supplies. I am going to explore the rest of the basement. There was a room called Master's Room, an odd colored sign in the basement. On an odd on an odd-colored sign in the basement. I swear I heard a voice coming from the room. I peered in, but no one was there. Must have been my imagination. The previous owner left the house due to incineration. Okay, so there's already some bad stuff going on here. I keep hearing that blazed voice. It keeps calling to me. How in the world does anyone expect me to concentrate on anything when someone decided to put a hole in the wall that probably leads to the village, and someone keeps saying my name? That is it. That is the last straw. I messed up my decay batch of potions because I can't sleep anymore. I'm going to go into that room and find the hole and seal it up. Like I said, a couple days later, she comes back. And I did not really read, but I can tell this is whenever she went off the flip. I finally understand what was calling for me. It was a mighty lord summoning me to help him take care of a troublemaker, and he said he would let me do it my way. I'll find this nuisance and splash a potion of decay on him. What is her and decay potions? Like, I know that is the common, like, combat potion. Like, whenever you are in any situation, what you want to do is splash a potion of decay on anyone if you have a crap ton of potions, and one of them is a potion of decay, because by, like, it's first off, it's sprung from the wither. Next thing is, obviously, it doesn't stop like poison does at half a heart. It completely kills them. So you could splash a really long, like one of the longer potions of decays on them, or like a lot of potions of decay on them, and it will kill them. But like completely, and you won't have to swing a sword. But I think a sword would be probably faster. Depends on the situation. Anyways, my master told me today if I was found out and killed, I should replace my bed in the basement with a coffin. Couldn't agree more. That explains the casket, once again, in the basement. Now, I'm looking at this, and I'm seeing her refer to a lord or a master, which I'm thinking is the same person, but who is this person? It's not referring to him or her. The lord spoke to me today and said to capture the blacksmith of the town and bring him here. He also said to steal a bone saw, sharp dagger, and a crossbow. He told me they would be useful. Now, that is why I took those items from the basement. Because I not only got the report on I looked through the reports in the armory, the armorer's house, I meant to say, and there was those 3 items missing. There was a crossbow, a sharp dagger, and a bone saw, all missing. And I found those in the basement. My master made him craft a ton of arrows before telling me he had no use for him. If my master has no use for anyone, they die a slow and painful death. Okay, so here is the thing. That's like technically admitting to murder. Like, yes, of course, you're not saying that, but you wrote it down on this journal, which is admitting that you said you killed this person. Now, of course, this person is not full-blown saying, yes, I killed him. No. Except for right here. Anyways, point being. But still, yes, you are referring to this as you did it. There's a new suspect to my master's hunt for the troublemaker, and this time it is the butcher. If anything, I might be able to steal some cacao beans. He hides in his office. Yeah, I don't think butchers have cacao beans. Anywho, he lied. The butcher lied to me, and so I killed him. There was a strange man there today saying he was a supposed Fort Armageddon official. Now, it doesn't say my name, obviously, but I'm pretty sure that she's referring to me, because I do remember a villager like this, sadly. And I had no idea at the time what I couldn't really figure out what was going on. I couldn't put two to two together because of how fast everything was happening. Never heard of the place. Sounded like a good place to tell Master about if we don't find Troublemaker. So they were gonna go to Fort Armageddon. Fort Armageddon came to her. Today I'm just supposed to ask this official if he knew the Troublemaker, if he is really some sort of official. We are going on a long journey to find the right Troublemaker. Yeah. I spoke to the official. He was a nice guy. Only said, though, that his business was strictly confidential and told me that if I was looking for the person who killed the blacksmith and the butcher, he was on it. Might have to kill him. Well, I'm glad she didn't. Master said to leave him alone. Hoped so. He was nice to me. I'm now supposed to go find the leather worker of the town. He said, ask first, then capture, not the other way around. He might be able to give me some leather armor while he is at it. Well, sadly, okay, I'm gonna pause here for a second. As you can tell, this master is clearly going through a lot of trouble just to find one guy, and killing a lot more in the process, so I don't know which is more trouble, the master or the troublemaker that he's looking for. Well, sadly, the leather worker had no further value to masters, so he died. Before he died, he told me that he had no idea what I was talking about. He was sweet until the end. The next one is the librarian. Master wants me to work faster. Says I will get caught. And spelled caught incorrectly. That bugs me a little bit, but I'm not gonna pressure her or anything about it, except for the fact that she is murdering people and hopefully will be given the death sentence. But what I really want is her to be put into War's vault. Because if I get her into War's vault, then I get to imprison two. I get to imprison two of these mass murderers. Okay, so anyways, librarians, they always think that the way to live is to bribe someone with an enchanted book. I took it anyways and splashed him with potion, like the rest of them. Then Master says I should make a dumping place, that way when I'm all done, I can go back and get them and not have to haul them around all the time. So I made a hole in the yard and put a chest in it. So next step is probably to write down where I did it. I did. 9976631. I think those are coordinates. So I'm going to go talk to the leather worker's family. Hope they know something. Oh God. Anywho, so should I continue with the book or should I go to the coordinates? Because there might be more evidence. And I still do have permission to continue search if the journal, Violet Sky told me that if I found any more information or information on where more evidence would be, I have full permission still to go get it. You know, I'll go get it once I'm done reading the book. I can't believe that man married the girl. She flipped out and demanded I get out. I turned the temperature up on here though. Up on here? What? Though I got the puppy out and watched them burn. The official asked me if I saw anything. I said no, just going up. Fire going up. Walked in, saw the puppy, and ran back out, going to put the flint and steel in the chest as well. That way it isn't a problem. Next person and last before the official is the cartographer. Watch out, troublemaker, here I come. Okay. So now she's officially agreed to arson as well. Or is that terrorism? Either way. And her grammar is getting more and more terrible, if you could not tell. I got the cartographer home. Then the official told me at my doorstep, no less, that I was on Fort Armageddon property and that I needed to register, and that I had until tomorrow to do so. I won't need that long. Cartographer has no use. Okay, so the official showed up again. I'm grabbing everything I can carry and going to the hole I made. He won't be able to prove I did the killings. Just need to remember to grab this book and put it in my hole with me. Master still doesn't like that the one person I didn't want to kill was the troublemaker, but he said now he knew who he was and he thanked me for it. He might get someone else to do it. I know there was another helping me, but she died yesterday, and a boy named Tyrone was too, but he just disappeared. And that's when I made the arrest. Right. What in the hell? That's fucking weird. Okay. Okay, so Anna. Oh no! I fucking knew it. I fucking knew it. Okay. So here's a little story. So, you know how the red egg, right, from the Dream SMP was growing, right? Well, somehow, some fucking way, it was growing on my worlds. And so, what I started doing is I made it a creation to prevent that. Well, now that creation is acting as the red egg, and I call it, since it's made of warped items, I call it the blue egg. Well, it seems to be having the same effect, which I did not want happening because I basically just duplicated it. So, this book just confirms that my experiment has gone all out and is trying to kill me. So, anywho, so 996631. Anywho, I'm sorry, but you get my point. 996, maybe it was 7. 31. Right here. Holy hell. Unknown map. This is all personal items. This has to be from the people. Well, let's just say this is basically a done deal. Well, let's just leave that there. Anyhow, so. Oh my god, though. I can't believe that. Well, I can and can't at the same time. There's so much evidence here, I could just pretty much lock her away right now. But I'm gonna stay true to the trial. Well, that's gonna be a lot to think about. I need to figure out a way to stop this goddamn egg once and for all. Because if that room is what I suspect it to be, then the second Violet Sky logs on and goes to her house, she's probably gonna wonder what all this stuff is. And if she walks into that room, I swear it's not gonna end well. And then, I don't know what. The freaking egg made that goddamn psychotic chick do all the things she did. Very curious, though. Well, since these items don't really have a freaking belonging, an owner to them, I can't really return the evidence to anyone after this whole trial's over, so I'm gonna have to make a place for it, or figure out where to put all this shit. I'm gonna keep the book, obviously, but because, like, it's a trophy for getting her off the street. But she mentioned a girl that was dead, but I don't think she's dead. Because I've been having this, well, it could have just been her, but still, not that great. Moron. Okay. Well, here. Let's do a little bit of a conversation here. Questions that you guys probably have. What in the hell were you thinking creating a government? When the Dream SMP was going on, well, let me tell you. Fort Armageddon first popped in my head whenever Tommy in it was making deals with Technoblade. Just before. L'Manberg was destroyed. Completely and utterly. Was faced off, just wiped off the face of the Dream SMP. Well, I thought, and I knew that wasn't going to end well. Something was going to go wrong, and I knew it. So, I created my own L'Manberg. Fort Armageddon. The day I built it was the day L'Manberg was lost. That is even the reason why we wear similar skins to L'Manberg. Of course, obviously different colors, but still, nonetheless. Then we got the fact of, well, if it's like L'Manberg, then why aren't you the president? Or who is the president? Or are you the president? Well, so the answer of why are you not the president? I didn't want it to be a dictatorship. Because if I built it, then I was like, oh, well, I'm going to be the president. Well, that's kind of like a dictator. I didn't want to be a dictator, and I didn't want to be the president. Like, it popped into my head one time, but I was like, no. I'm not gonna say I didn't think about it. Then we got the fact then of who is the president. His name is Kill the Scrubs 27. Good friend of mine. Call him Isaac. Or I call him Raimi. And he's done a good job so far. Then we got the answer to the question of are you the president? And that is clearly no. And then we have the question of, well, is there any threats? Well, of course there is. Just like the Dream SMP, we got our technical quackity and J-Slat going by the names of Illuminate and icy Polish tree. They want to become the president and turn this place into a dictator and exile me. I overheard all of their plans, so. And then we got the terrorists, like Techno and Phil, except for this time around they go by the real Jonah B and G-Man Duggar 6. They want to blow this place to smithereens. They've attempted it before, but I've rebuilt it. Looks pretty good. Except for this is the 1.17 version. You should have saw the 1.16. And then finally, we have not found out who the Errant is amongst us. But someone's playing the long game, like Errant. And I will do everything in my power to keep this place alive. But just like Wilbur and Tommy. Oh, shit. You gotta know when it's gotta end. Fort Armageddon is my Milo Manberg. Is Milo Manberg. And no one's gonna take it away from me without a damn good fight. Like, I lost L'Manberg. We all lost L'Manberg. And on that day, we all sung a very sad song for the last time. I made Fort Armageddon to fill that hole, to show that there is hope still for L'Manberg. And I still hope there is. L'Manberg and Fort Armageddon will never give up within our hearts. It will always be there within our hearts. But I get the feeling Manberg's already given up. So, but Fort Armageddon won't give up without a damn good fight. If you have any more questions, please ask me in the comment section down below. If you do want to see more content like this and some of my other videos, please hit that subscribe button. It only takes 2 seconds and it's free. Like and subscribe on this video, please. Anything you can to do. Now, I need to go put my dogs where they belong instead of inside the courthouse and sitting in the rain. Bye.